Four-part series about the Matt Canada offense, specifically as it relates to 12 personnel, focusing on pre-snap shifts. So we're going to take a look at a play from the same game, 2016 against Clemson, where Pitt offensive coordinator was Matt Canada. And we're going to take a look at this play specifically to look at how the offense is multiple and versatile out of the same personnel. So, we've already seen 4 or 5 different looks from 2 plays using 12 personnel. So what that does, it throws a lot at the defense, as well as causes the defense to declare how they would respond to those looks. It's going to be a repeat of a look that we've seen earlier, but what's going to be fun about it is Canada treats the tempo of it completely different. Here, the ref is going to place the ball. Clemson's still looking over to the sideline, just getting set up. Pitt rushes to the line. Ref gets out of the way, and immediately Pitt snaps the ball. So as opposed to the videos we took a look at in part 1 and 2, there's no pre-snap shifting going on here. But, kind of like a puncher mixing up his punches or his timing and tempo, we're going to show the defense different things throughout the game. While we're here, let's take a look at, once again, what's going on with our linemen, because this is something unique that we talked about in part 1 or part 2. If you haven't seen that video yet, go check that out now. Basically, Pitt's coming out in an unbalanced line. We've got the center here hiking the ball. We've got one offensive lineman to his right and then a tight end. On this side, we've got guard, tackle, a second tackle, and an H-back. The tight end is now only 2 players away from the ball. We should really be treating this left guard as the center for this play in terms of gap assignment, meaning A, B, C, D, and A, B, C, D in terms of gaps. What Clemson's going to do when we'll see their responses, they shift over last kind of second before the ball is snapped. You see these players sliding over. They're adjusting to that off-center alignment by Pitt. The other thing I want to take a look at once more as we run the play is the formation itself. So Pitt is in the same formation that they were in part 1 of the video, meaning they're in 2x2 with 2 receivers to one side of the field and an H-back and a tight end to the other side of the field. In part 1 out of this formation, they ran a jet sweep. This time they're not going to do that. That's not part of the point of this play. The point of this play is to get up in an unbalanced line before Clemson realizes what's going on and run the ball. Now, the cool thing to point out is these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players are all going to make the same movement as they do in the part 1 video. But also in that part 1 video, this tight end and H-back swept around to block for the jet sweep. In this case, everything else is going to look the same. So from the linebackers' reads, they're going to flow left because that's essentially what Connor's first step is going to look like. Because Clemson's seen this play before, they're going to start to cheat left. And this play is actually designed, you'll see the fullback to counter pull and come out through the hole over here where James Conner is going to follow him through. So let's take a look at that. Hikes the ball. You can see the fullback is flowing. James Conner's first step was left. He cuts it back, follows the fullback up through the hole, and starts to dust Clemson once again. It seems like the safety is playing a little higher, but we're going to see him roll down even as the play starts. Turns out he's going to have responsibility for the naked bootleg, which again we saw in part 2. So safety has to respect it. What happens when James Conner comes up? There's no safety here. He's late in his run responsibilities because he was peeking at the quarterback, and there's no one in the middle of the field to kind of bring him down until it's too late. Again, being multiple out of the same looks, being multiple out of the same formations, moving those formations around pre-snap, getting the defense thinking. This is all of the reasons that Steelers fans should be really excited by this upcoming season. They've got the pieces to do it. They've got a mobile quarterback that's going to help with the numbers game, where every player on offense has to be accounted for. All of them essentially are versatile and multiple. Feel free to pause it yourself, take a look, break it down, and like I said, let me know what you think. And stay tuned for part 4, the conclusion of this series. Really looking forward to bringing that to you guys. Thanks.